In the past, I have explored the differences between the Generation 1 and Generation 2 games of main series Pokemon. Links to these videos can be found below and I highly recommend you check them out before coming back to this one. It only makes sense that today we focus on the Generation 3 titles and find out what changed in the games between countries. Let's begin with the start of the game. Before you even tell the professor what your name is, let's start on the title screen. In the English release of the game, it simply says press start. However, in the Japanese releases, it says press start button. Why they removed the button word from the release is unknown and it's certainly an odd choice. This is also the case with both FireRed and Leaf Green. Now let's look at some actual gameplay changes. The first is a bug with the Acro Bike. In the Japanese titles, using the Acro Bike and doing a bunny hop on the spot while in some grass will cause the game to freeze. It is unknown why this is only an issue in the Japanese game or why the number of bunny hops changes every time you do it, but it does exist. To add to this, if the glitch is done on top of Mt Pyre, the clouds continue to move but the gameplay itself is actually locked. Keeping with the Acro Bike, let's look at another Japanese only glitch. If you go to Route 118, hop near the water and try to surf while in midair, you can activate the surfing animation while on land. This doesn't actually let you go or do anything differently, but it's just fun to see the surf animation while instead of walking around. Keeping with the Japan only theme, some trainer sprites were changed for the international releases. Hex Maniacs had pupils added to their eyes, the female sidekicks had their arms stretched out, the male cool trainer has his change of hairstyle, the sailor has his pose changed for the international releases. This does make sense as for some reason in the Japanese version of the game his pose was the Iberian slap, which is the equivalent of a middle finger in a lot of countries, so this is a very strange design choice. Now let's change over to the English versions of the game. In routes 118, 121 and in the abandoned ship, there are trainers that can walk through walls if they spot the player. This does only exist in the English versions of the game, however it was fixed for Emerald. One strange design choice is in Victory Road. In the Japanese and English titles, floor B1 has a ledge that blocks off access to the ladders. However, in the Spanish, German, French and Italian titles, there is a gap so you can just walk around the ledge, making Victory Road much easier to navigate. One small detail people wouldn't think about is the VU meter in the Pokédex. This is used for Pokemon cries and it has been changed to match each region. The final one for Ruby and Sapphire is on the screen most won't have access to with the Battle E-cards. Using the e-reader plus to scan in an e-card you get taken to the scan screen. In the Japanese version, the top of this screen has circuitry, however in the English version it just says Battle Trainer. Now let's focus on FireRed and Leaf Green. In the Japanese versions, you can have only 5 characters in your trainer name, this was up to 7 for the international releases. In the Japanese releases, the player has a Famicom in his bedroom, however in the international releases this was changed to an NES. Also in the bedroom is a TV where the character is watching a movie. In all languages but French, if you're a male, the player is watching Stand By Me, and if you're a female, you're watching The Wizard of Oz. However, for some reason they changed this in the French titles. If you're a male, you're watching the movie Taxi, and all females are watching The Lord of the Rings. The symbols for Pokemon and Pokemon Center also change region by region. The Mart is called either Shop or Mart, while the Pokemon Center is called either PC or Poke, and these vary between every region. On Seven Island, there is a room blocked off by boxes in the international releases. However, in the Japanese version, this room was accessed via a mystery gift that was never released internationally. Well, that's the end of today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, do remember to give a like, a comment and subscribe as that would really help both me and the channel out. Peace, and I'll see you all on the next one.